guys, Dr. Angel here. Check this out. So, straight from the Supreme Court, I just wanted to give you guys this to show it to you. I'm not going to take and read it. I'm just actually going to go over it nice and slow so you can see it for yourselves. And you could take and slow this down and look at it for yourselves so you can read it and see what it says. But all these sites that's on here, it's telling you guys that you cannot travel. Man, listen, everybody, keep in mind one thing, okay? If you go into the courts and you decide in your argument that you're going to allow for the people or the state to continue to argue driver, operator, object to the argument because it's frivolous and has no merit. The argument is point blank and simple: traveler. You have a right to your own personal conveyance. It's in the law. That what I just showed you is the Supreme Court's definitions of what a traveler, a driver, operator, and a motor vehicle is. The distinct difference between the two is jurisdiction. Okay? Bottom line. Everybody's always telling you, oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, you can't do that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can do it, because of the simple fact is no one out there can show you one law that has ever been established that says a traveler is not allowed to use their own mode of conveyance to travel. There's not one case law, and no one can even produce one. Now, keep in mind, I said a traveler. I did not say a driver, commercial, commerce, or an operator, again, commercial, commerce, nor did I say motor vehicle, commercial, commerce. Somebody got on here one time and was arguing a case talking about, they established that fact back in 1915. And I had to correct him. I said, well, considering the fact that the case was about a gentleman who was using his own truck to haul car bodies all around, that's commerce. The whole case was based on commerce. Again, he was not basing his comment on that of a traveler. This is how the courts catch you up in these cases. They catch you up in these cases by switching the terminology on you. They trip you up by getting you to use their expression, driver, operator, motor vehicle. Stick to traveler, automobile. I promise you, you will win, because there is not one case that has ever been established that proves that a traveler cannot use their own conveyance. Nor has there ever been one case that has ever been established that proves that a traveler has to register, license, or have a license to travel. Not to drive, not to operate a motor vehicle on the roads, to travel. There's not one case that suggests that you would have to do this. Take my word for it. Stop listening to these other so-called lawyers on YouTube talking about, oh, you can't do this, oh, you can't do that. Yes, you can, as long as you use the proper language. Traveler, automobile, in your argument, and never allow for the state or the people to detour to the act of utilizing the term driver. You're not driving, you're traveling. Big difference. Driver, commerce, drive, commerce. Remember that. That's all you have to do is just keep that in mind. Everything dealing with the laws is in relation to commerce. If you are traveling, you're not in commerce. And as you can see in the law here, it specifically states that the term driver, in contradistinction to traveler, is defined as a driver, one employed to conducting a coach, carriage, wagon, or other vehicle. And that's a law dictionary expression. There's actually case law that support this actual finding, which you'll find all this in the case Lockett versus State. As you can see up there, it defines what a traveler is. And if you look at the word traveler, you will notice right here that it says in this one here, traveler refers to one who uses a conveyance to go from one place to another, and included all those who use the highways as a matter of right. Notice that in all of these definitions, the phrase for hire never occurs. This term travel or traveler implies, by definition, one who uses the roads as a means to move from one place to another. Therefore, one who uses the roads in the ordinary course of life and business for the purpose of travel and transportation is a traveler. So, as you saw when I was saying about the word conveyance, if you look the word conveyance up, it means mode of transportation. It's commonly used in real estate or the transfer of property, but the word conveyance in its old stance and original definition means mode of transportation. Therefore, eliminating all of the arguments above about a traveler. Again, keep in mind, people, I'm not telling you to go do this. I'm not giving you that advice. All I'm merely saying is stop doubting. Take your time. Freeze frame each shot that I showed you of that page. I'll give a more descriptive video of what I just showed you, because that's just 2 of the pages that's attached to the back of the documents that I give to the police officers to more or less educate them and to get their heads out of their brainwashed selves and teach them and show them that what you've been taught is not the truth. Okay? What they've been taught is not the truth. Now, there is some out there that actually do know the truth, and they'll laugh and they will let you go. Like I said in a previous video, my wife was pulled over a few nights ago, and she utilized the terms that I just expressed to you, and they let her go. And she had warrants here in the city for the same offense that she was just stopped on. Okay, so does it work? Yes, it works. Do they want it to go to court? No, of course they don't want it to go to court, because eventually somebody is going to come into that court and they're going to argue that the right way. And once they do, they know that all hell's going to break loose, because of the simple fact that it's going to uncover so much dirt that has been done. The pyramid scheme called the insurance, the tax that you're supposed to pay for the tabs, the fraud that's caused, the money that is being utilized to register the cars, to register these automobiles, etc., etc. This money, all this stuff is going to be uncovered, and they don't want this to be uncovered. You got to understand, parts of the government is designed with the best corrupt criminals that's ever walked on the face of the earth, and they are some of the best organized criminals to ever be in office. The organized crime that's being created by these individuals and these tyrants who walk around constantly trying to encroach upon our rights are right there in your face. And the people vote these people in. The people elect these people in. So you have the police, policy enforcers, whatever. Anyway, I'm saying all that to say this. What I just showed you, if you was ever on any of the other YouTube sites and a lawyer tells you that you do not have the right to drive on the streets, correct them and tell them, yeah, I don't have the right to drive on the street because driving on the streets is a privilege under the Interstate Commerce Act. It's a privilege because you'd be conducting business on the highways for gain. But you do have a right to travel in that of your own mode of conveyance without fee. And that falls under your 14th Amendment rights to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Liberty meaning free. Free from fee, free from payment. Meaning no registrations, no license, no insurances, no restrictions, no regulations. Now, common sense, people. The regulations that the courts speak on, yes, 98% of them do pertain to being in commerce and commercial. However, you do have street laws, speed limits, stop signs, etc., etc. Those particular regulations, yes, the state has the authority to impose those types of regulations. Those regulations, I'm going to tell you right now, are common sense regulations. Okay, this is where the argument for the safety issues comes in at, and it has no effect or bearing on that of your right to travel. Okay, common sense people would tell you that if you're out there driving without a license, follow the traffic laws. Simple math. It's simple. Follow the traffic laws. You're not just going to go and just go travel and think, yeah, I'm going to get to point A, point B without any interference, da 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 da. That's not what that law means. Without any interference means as long as you're obeying the traffic laws, law officials have no business interfering in your business. That's what it means, people. Get it in your head. Okay? It's late. I'm getting off of here. I'm going to update this again a little later. Give you guys a little bit more insight on it when I'm more up and moving around. But I just needed to get that on post to get it to you guys, to show it to you. So, y'all have a good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you're at. And this is Dark Angel. Peace.